obviously the fans know you from the Vampire Diaries, but now you're shooting episode 8 of the originals. What does it feel like? You're really in the groove of things now.
Yeah, definitely. You know, it's initially when you start with a crew, you're sort of all getting to know each other, but we're becoming that kind of well-oiled machine now, getting used to working with everybody and finding a groove, and certainly with the other actors as well, developing relationships and really getting used to the different ways people like to work and starting to have a little fun.
You guys are shooting episode 8, but now you're like really in it. How's it feeling?
It's crazy. I lose track of the episodes. It's like I can't believe we're at 8 already. It's gone so quickly, but I'm really happy and pleased with our progress and what we've made, and the response from the fans is really great, so it's good.
So talk to me about this set and where are we right now? Because this is a beautiful home, mansion.
This is where Elijah, Haley, Rebecca and Klaus are kind of shacking up right now while they're hiding from Marcel and the other vampires. But in real life, we're in Madison at a very beautiful mansion about an hour out of Atlanta.
So this has got to be pretty exciting for you, stepping into a show that's already got this pre-existing, intense, passionate fan base, right?
Yeah. In fact, I've told people that it's like being the child of a really famous person.
That's a great way of putting it.
Yeah. Like, your father's a rock star, and like, are you going to be as cool? So that's kind of how I feel with the Vampire Diaries. But that said, we are very different, which I like. Very similar, but very different.
The lone human on the show, right?
I know. So lonely.
What does that feel like, being a human in a world of vampires and witches and hybrids and wolves and who knows what else?
I don't think she's aware that she is the only human yet. Weird things are happening, but it's not like her mind hasn't, I don't know. I feel like eventually it would just be mind-blowing if you found out that you were surrounded by supernatural creatures.
We don't know enough about Davina. I want you to tell me everything you can tell me. I want to know everything about her.
You know, I think the cool thing is that I'm still learning about Davina too, so that kind of keeps her fresh. But I think, you know, like me at my age, she's still learning who she is. She's still figuring it out. And right now, Davina is this powerful, powerful witch who's kind of just starting to understand her power and what it means and how much leverage it gives her over a lot of situations. And she's kind of trying to figure out who to trust, because her trust has been betrayed in one way or another, just like so many other characters. And so her biggest thing is to kind of find out who she is and be the most normal teenager that she can. So she has all those true teenage feelings of just wanting to be normal, but then at the same time she doesn't forget that she has this power and that she needs to learn to use it.
Are we going to be seeing more witch acts go down this season?
For sure, definitely.
Because as we know, it's illegal in the quarter, right, to practice magic.
Practice magic. It is totally illegal, which means that she has to be extra sneaky and extra ballsy in like all of her moves. So what I'm trying to think of, like, what the equivalent is. It's like she's at school and she's running like an underground system that has to be like off the radar.
Only in cemeteries. Sacred ground.
Yes, those are the only places where it's safe for witches to practice magic. They've made it off limits to vampires. But I think that she's definitely going to be stirring things up for sure.
What would you say has been the highlight for you so far? Obviously, people are already familiar with your character and with the original family, but now that you guys have got your whole own show, and it really is a distinct plot, what would you say has been the highlight for you?
I just like that we have more screen time for these characters. There's, you know, on the Vampire Diaries, it was really focused on, Stefan and Damon and Elena, and there was room for us, but it wasn't fair to sort of give too much time to that. So now we have space and time, and we get to explore the history much more in depth, and the relationships between the characters. It's really great.
The Marcel and Klaus relationship, I feel like there's more to the story than we've already gotten. Like, something else had to have happened.
There is more to the story, yeah. I mean, in the flashback we saw in episode 2, we saw how they met when Marcel was a boy and how Klaus took him under his wing. And then we saw, 57 years later, I think it was, when he undaggered Rebecca.
Lots of math happening, by the way.
Oh, there's so much to remember, you know. It's very complicated state of affairs. When he pulls the dagger out of Rebecca 27 years later, he's already turned Marcel, but we haven't seen Marcel being turned into a vampire. We haven't seen how any of that kind of played out. So I think there's more history there. We also haven't seen what happened when Klaus and his siblings left New Orleans,
right?
And when when Marcel sort of allegedly took over. So there's definitely some more stuff to draw on in flashbacks and so on.
Have you really made some great friendships with your cast members?
I feel so, like I was saying earlier, I'm so lucky. My cast is amazing. I feel like they're so protective over me, and like I feel like I'm the little sister of everyone. And like I was just out to dinner with Claire and Phoebe last night, and I hang out with everyone all the time. And like I know from what I've heard, like not all shows are like that, and like their schedules don't always allow for everyone to like be together all the time. But I think even the fact of us being in Atlanta helps that much more, because we're all like here together, and we hang out with the Vampire Diaries cast too. And personally, I couldn't picture like a better situation. It's been so great.
Tune in to the originals because it's very different. It's a very different version of the vampire werewolf shows that you've probably seen before, and it's cool, and it's got great people on it, and it's fun. It's about family and loyalty and things that people can relate to. It's a cool show.
And there's a baby on the way.
There's a baby on the way, and we have Charles Michael Davis, who is a fantastic human being.
Awesome. Well, thanks for letting us come by today. It's
Thank
been
you.
so fun. And you guys out there, make sure to stick with us here on Clevver TV for all the latest on the originals, airing every Tuesday at 8 p.m. on the CW. Bye, guys.
Thank you.